It's Tuesday, and we're here to do it the way we do it every morning on iBrandTV. It's a Daybreak on iBrand, and we've got another very fantastic package on the delivery line for you today. I won't forget the fact that today is a special day, especially for the Muslims across the world. It is Eid al-Kabir, and we say happy festival to all our Muslim brothers and sisters out there. Michael Nath, very much here, and I've got
Jide Chidieze. Welcome to the show. Good morning. Happy Eid al-Kabir to you. Wonderful festivity season. And Michael, I'm wondering at this point if there's going to be a ram for us once we're done with the show. I don't know if you made any arrangements with anybody.
I want to tell you something. One, I'm not a Muslim.
Okay, that's why I said I wonder if you made any arrangements.
No, what is going to happen instead is that we have some Muslim brothers and sisters among us.
Okay.
So after this, we're going to check out whatever they have in store for us today.
Okay, then that means it's going to be an exciting day. But before we talk about how we're going to be spending this period of festivity, let's start off the show diving into news update. And shortly after the news update, we'll be taking a look at the paper review. Yes, the major headlines on the paper this morning. There's also the main discourse for the day, what we will be taking a look at, and it also has something to do with this period of festivity. There's also sports on the show today, and there's social media to go check, know what's buzzing. Yes, lots and lots of exciting things. We'll also end the show with an exciting quote. Now let's start off with the news updates at the major stories on the front burner today. Yes, let me start off with this one about the celebration period, the Eid al-Kabir, ahead of the 2021 Eid al-Kabir celebration. The Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, NCDC, has assured the residents of Rivers State of their security and safety throughout the duration of the celebration. State Commandant of the NCDC in Rivers State, Ali Bature, in a statement signed by the Public Relations Officer and Assistant Commandant of the Rivers State Command, Michael Oguntuase, said in line with its mandates to secure all national assets and public places, 357 personnel have been deployed across the state as part of measures to ensure a hitch-free Salah celebration in the state.
And now to Kebbi. Governor Atiku Bagudu on Sunday disclosed that President Muhammadu Buhari has mandated 7 Northwest governors, including himself, to end banditry in the zone. Bagudu, who is also the chairman APC Governors Forum, made the disclosure at the continuation of a Fulani Stakeholders Peace, Security and Unity meeting held in Birkin, Kebbi. The governor said the president's directive was to ensure the urgent restoration of normalcy in the region.
Okay, now we move on to the next story, and this one talks about residents of Ilara Mokin in Ifadori local government area of Ondo State are mourning over the deadly robbery attack that left 3 persons, including a journalist, dead. The robbers who attacked an old generation bank in a community raided for several hours on Thursday and carted away an undisclosed amount of money. Residents of the community expressed their concern over the way the robbers carried out the attack with impunity. They say the robbers gained entry into the bank through the aid of dynamites. A community leader, Ojo Joshua, described the attack as unfortunate.
Quite unfortunate, then.
Yes, quite an unfortunate one.
Meanwhile, the Ondo State Police Command says it is on the trail of the robbers who attacked a bank in a Lara Moking. Spokesman of the command, Tilio Ikoro, said the robbery scene has been cordoned off by police detectives. Ikoro assured that the robbers will be arrested and brought to justice. Okay?
And with that, we'll come to the end of that.
Oh, sure.
Now we'll dive right into the paper review, starting off with The Guardian. Okay, actually, before we do this, I think we need to go on a quick break because we'll have somebody joining us to dissect this one. So ensure you don't go anywhere. We'll be back. Welcome back. This is still iBrand Daybreak. Michael, we're back with the show.
Yes, today is Eid al-Kabir Day, and as Muslims in Nigeria celebrate Eid al-Kabir, some traders and buyers in Lagos expressed their concerns over hiking price of ram and other food items. Take a listen to this.
No, Nigeria, anybody say no money, no money, no money. Ram one sell ram for 39, 38, 50, 25. Anybody say go come, he say Nigeria no money, he say Nigeria no money. See this ram here, all my ram is, all my market is no market.
This year is very bad. I can remember last year, even after the coronavirus pandemic and everything, NSAS and all, I can still be able to finish my ram. I just bring 2 trailers of ram all the way from Maiduguri and Gombe. 2 trailers. Look at it. Look at everybody comes around and we say no money, no money, no money. So the country, we don't know where the country is heading to.
Last year better than today. Everybody now complains, say no money, no money, no money in the country. We don't know why. We don't know why.
Things are quite expensive. You can see now the market is a little bit less crowd because the price of the ram is quite very expensive, very expensive. You're getting it for like 500k, 600k, 750, outrageous prices. So in fact, this year's salary is a little bit worrisome.
The economy is not good, buoyant enough to support that. So I guess a lot of people will go back home without buying ram.
Me, I'm not happy as a Christian. I'm a Christian, but I'm not happy about it. When festival come like this, we Nigerians, we have to get more than enough and be happy of what we want to buy in the market. When you are selling at a lower price, like me now, I'm a bread dealer. Our flour they have increased our flour to a very high price. It was something we have been buying 12,000 before. It is now 18,000 per bag. How do you want us to cut it?
This year not be small. Last year we buy this one 35,000. Okay. This year we buy 50,000 naira. It took us now. We never buy pepper. We never buy pepper. Pepper will go take cook this one now. It go reach 8,000. 8,000. It's too much now.
20,000. It's too much now. Our Buhari may help us. I beg God go bless us. Amen.
Last year was far better than this year. We cannot compare the price of last year to this year. This year the rate is too high, so much higher than last year. So, but still, we are still roaming about to see if we can be able to buy.
If the government can actually work on the security situation, I think things will be a little bit better.
Call to our government to find solution for what is going on. Look, markets everywhere. If you search around, last year by this time, all the rams are almost finished. Just pray to Almighty God to touch the mind of our leaders so that they can, put things in order. Nigeria is our country. We don't have anywhere to run to.
Now my market plenty. Now my ram if you finish, you go do barka da sallah everybody. Now market they never finish. I don't go do barka da sallah. I don't go tell them for anybody barka da sallah.
Amato alhamdulillah rabbil alamin. Mo give thanks to Almighty Allah that make every of us to be alive successfully. So what we want to do? We have to thank for Almighty Allah. No anything. Any disappointment is a grace from Almighty Allah.
Okay, I then tell them happy Salah for them. Make we do this Salah and we finish Salah in a good way condition.
Muslim, my brothers and sisters, may they do anything, any money our money reach, make them buy them, make them manage them. I beg, we take God beg you, may not do jeje, may not get ahead.
May they not collect credit, they better go, good.
Difference, we got it from Prophet Abraham, which the Almighty Allah tested his faith to sacrifice his only son. And he's trying to do that whereby the Almighty Allah gave him ram from heaven. So that is the practice we are doing. We are following the footsteps of Prophet Abraham alayhi salam. I wish them and safe happy Salah.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, La ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, walillahil hamd.
Eid-el-Kabir to an ordinary observer in parts of the world where the day is counted and the year is marked only by the Gregorian calendar. It will appear as if the days marking the annual Muslim festivals year in, year out are never stable. However, what happens in reality is that Muslim festivals are fixed by Islamic calendars, which in similarity to the Gregorian calendar consists of 12 months, but rather consists of 355 or 354 days compared to 365 or 366 days of the Gregorian calendar. The Eid-el-Kabir day is regularly the 10th day of the 12th month of the Islamic calendar called Hajj. Meanwhile, the Eid-el-Kabir day is preceded by Arafah Day, which is the commemoration of final sermon and completion of the mission of the Prophet of Islam, Prophet Muhammad. Arafah is a very important day to the Muslims, being the day God revealed to Prophet Muhammad the verse of the Quran, affirming his approval of Islam as a religion and a way of life. The Eid-el-Kabir Day, meanwhile, marks the biggest Muslim festival which honors the willingness of Prophet Ibrahim to sacrifice his son, Ismail, as an act of submission to the commandment of Almighty God before God stopped him in his tracks and informed him that his sacrifice had already been accepted simply for his obedience. The significance of Salah rams to Muslims cannot be overemphasized, as it remains a core tenet of the Islamic faith. Slaughtering of ram at Salah is so important that it promotes the rich and the poor. This 2021, the state of the Nigerian economy is taking its toll on Eid-el-Kabir celebrations in the country, as economic hardship, dwindling disposable income, and upward price hike in commodity goods and food items, especially ram and goats, few days to the festival will make this year's celebration a low-key affair. Although 2020 and even the years before, back to about 5 years past, witnessed a similar development, however, COVID-19, banditry, and general insecurity in part of the country, coupled with the galloping and unpredictable exchange rates that has persisted throughout the year, will make this 2021 situation further deepened. Eid-el-Kabir is a season of love towards humanity. For anyone that can afford to slaughter a ram, goat, or even cow, the meat from the animal in an ideal situation should be divided into 3 parts. One portion is meant for the family, another portion is given to relatives, friends, and neighbors, while the third portion is meant for the poor and needy, even as people are encouraged to provide food items like grains and soup ingredients in addition for the poor. On the occasion of this year's Eid-el-Kabir, Nigerian Muslims in particular and Nigerians in general should endeavor to pray for economic recovery, security, stability, peace, and unity in the country. This is wishing every Nigerian and the entire people of the world Barakat Salah and happy Eid-el-Kabir from iBrandTV, Lagos, Nigeria.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. La
If you're just joining us, this is still iBrand Daybreak. Welcome back to the show. Before we went on the break, you saw that video that displayed those opinions from the public displayed on your screen. Different people giving their views on Salah. Well, we are now moving into the newspaper segment of the show, and joining us right now in the studio is none other than Shola Omolayo. Shola Omolayo is a social commentator and a public affairs analyst. Welcome to the show, sir.
Good morning.
You're welcome, sir.
Good morning.
Okay, Michael, this is where we kick it off.
Yeah.
Let's start off with The Guardian, and the major one on the paper this morning is the one about the Salah celebration, and the President Buhari, he decries the rising cost of rams and food items that's coming from the president. And the writer of this one says government addressing hardship deploys acts not consistent with Islam. Governors Tinubu, Atiku, Saraki, others charge Nigeria on unity and tolerance. PDP seeks prayers to save Nigeria from insecurity, biting economic hardship. That's the major one on the paper on The Guardian this morning. Michael?
Yeah, The Nation. Pilot jumps to safety. after bandits bring down NAF jets. And we also have there President Lawan Wajabiamila Tinubu greet Nigerians. A lawyer, Kanu stopped from UK assistance. That's it from the nation.
Okay, and now we move on to the Punch. The major one on this paper this morning talks about the COVID-19 Delta variant, and experts warn as federal government begin campaign for 49,950 core members. The riders with us one, only COVID-19 negative graduates will be admitted into camps. This one is coming from NYSC. NMA 6 adherence to protocol, say COVID-19 now an albatross. That's coming from NMA. And the final rider here, it talks about it's scary. Coronavirus protocols mustn't be violated. Council virologist. That's the major one on the Punch this morning. When you move to the top of the paper, there are just three major headlines talking about the first one, AMCON recovering 1.4 trillion naira, says 350 chronic debtors owe 2 trillion naira. And presidents, governors, others seek prayers as Muslims mark Salah. More of this one on page 5 of the paper. Rescued NAF pilot returns to rousing welcome after bandits attack on jets. Michael?
And we got Nigerian Tribune. Kano, Adamawa, Zauzau, Emirates cancel Salah homage over COVID-19 as police NSCDC deploy personnel to maintain security nationwide. We remain focused on tackling security challenges. This is coming from Chief of Staff, and I will create harmonious, prosperous country, Buhari assures. Atiku, Tinubu, Saraki, Wajabiamila governors, others felicitate with Muslims. Okay, now we're coming to you, Shola. Want to take this one from the nation. Pilot jumps to safety after bandits bring down NAF jets. That is, bandits now shoot down plane. Nigerian. This never. I don't think I've heard about this before now. So it's got to a stage where bandits have gone beyond kidnapping and killing of Nigerians to shooting down planes. This is serious.
Well, let me say it's unfortunate that this happened again. It has happened before. You know, some few months back, if not, we lost a plane that involves one of our great officers.
Yeah.
And this should be the fourth fighter jet that we are losing. We are losing money and at the same time, manpower. The escape of this guy is something to behold.
Miraculous, really.
I saw the guy and limping. I just can't just but thank God for his life. Things like this never happen unless on a special grace factor. Do you know what we are talking about here? A fighter jet running at a high speed of light too, being brought down, and the fighter in here escaped. Is an occurrence of 1 in 100.
Miracle, really.
It should be a national celebration if we are to be in a country where life is well valued. That's all I can say.
But the fact that this plane was brought down by bandits, that's in fact, that's what...
No, you see, these guys you're talking about operate with high-tech machines. They have, you notice most of them that are being arrested at a time move around with a rocket launcher and what I call motor gun, you know, this submachine that moves on this vehicle with a very lengthy travel of bullets, you understand it? So it could happen, you know, these are trained fighters that you don't even know where they are coming from. Some say they are IZs. Some says you call them bandits. That's the general name.
I was going to ask that. Why bandits?
So,
why bandits?
Yeah.
Because that's deceptive.
My brother, you know, this day I choose to bring it low because we don't know what to do again. Crime is, when you want to call a crime, call it by its name.
That's what,
These guys are criminal, for God's sake. These guys are fighting our nation. They are coming against us. And we are here giving them a celebrated name. That's why you just get wonder. Even I think, I want to say the media are not also being fair. Yeah, the media are not fair. Sorry to say this on this electronic media, either the electronic media or the print media. They, you know, we are the promoters of some of this information. You call them by their names, it goes. And the government get to understand it. And if you are not calling them by that, if you are calling them by that name, which you ought to call them, and any of these agencies now come to say, no, don't go that route, we will now know who is in charge and who is to blame.
And when you consider the fact that there is this move by the federal government, you know, against media houses.
You know, that's why voices are not talking anymore. Voices are not talking because, you know, if you should go beyond board, such organization will be fine. Yeah. You understand it? To the tune of 5 million naira. We know this. So everybody, the mouth has been seeped.
No, that they shouldn't mention anything about terrorist attacks.
They've done that already. They are only polishing what they have done. Once they have entered into the media world and they told you there are things you cannot say, what do you know you cannot say? What is that thing that you know you must not say? You said you are telling the media house to season things that are going on. So they've done this before you started noticing it. All they just need to do is to begin to polish those laws which they have written and you have signed to. You didn't protest. You only react. You didn't protest against it. So all they just need to do is to begin to fine-tune the system and everybody will fall into that track.
Thank you very much, Shola Omole. He's a social commentator and still very much around here. Eid al-Kabir is a sacred month in Islam, one in which Muslims perform the holy pilgrimage, Hajj, as well as observe the festival of sacrifice. Imam Alere Mosque told iBrandTV the essence of this celebration. Let's take a listen.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. All praise and adoration belong to Almighty Allah, the Lord of the universe, and the peace and the blessing of Allah be upon the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Eid al-Kabir, as it is a festival to all Muslims. The essence of the Eid al-Kabir is a tradition of Prophet Ibrahim, which Allah invented for Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, so as to be a lesson whereby Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam was tried, whereby he passed the trials. Allah tried him in many ways. He tried him with the belief, whereby Prophet Ibrahim is the father of the believers. Prophet Ibrahim never engaged himself in any form of associating partner with Allah, whereby he dissociates himself from his father's traditions and the cultures. From this, as a Muslim, we should always dissociate ourselves from any form of associating partner with Allah, which is shirk. Likewise, Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam was being tried, whereby he was delayed before he was given child, Prophet Ismail. With this, when we are being tried as a Muslim, we have to emulate Prophet Ibrahim by exercise patience, by exercise, by having endurance, and so on.
Yeah, it's still Eid Kabir Day here on iBrandTV, and the show still remains Daybreak, and we have still very much here, Shola. Now, some states of the Federation, namely Kanu, Adamawa, Zauzau, the Emirates there, cancelled Salah homage over COVID-19 and the issue of insecurity across the country. Should we be celebrating this festival in the manner that we're doing now, despite the fact that the cost of rams and other materials, that are needed to celebrate this are like so expensive, so many Nigerians can't afford it. Let's keep that. But should this festival be celebrated the way we usually do?
Yeah, I believe that it should be celebrated, and a lot of people are celebrating already. Things will always be expensive, either way. Either you have a festival or not. Everybody cannot be rich. Some will be poor, The lack will always be. And that does not stop any celebration. Yes, if you talk about security, that is understood at this point in time. It's unfortunate that we find ourselves in this mess, I remember those days. On a day like this, you will feel the groove, You feel the groove. But now, everything has been brought down. Why? Because of the fear of the unknown, You talk of COVID-19, that one is another different story entirely, Yeah, some believe in it and some don't. That this COVID or no COVID, I can trust my Nigerian people, most especially in this southern part of Nigeria, In the northern part, they follow that Quranic order. You understand it? I don't want to also believe that it is Quranic order that makes them like that. Their culture also move along that line. You understand it? So they will tell you in the northern part of this country, they tell you they don't take alcohol. Yes, because of what they think they know about the Quran. You understand it? But the same order, the same Quran is also being studied here. And we shock this part of the world. You understand it? So I see some kind of sentiment, but I don't want to go into that because you're going to have different views concerning that part. Because of, I want to wave that off because of those who are in the northern part of this world, of this country, and some of our people who also hold to the tenets of the Arabic order. You understand it? So at times, you read the book from the front, it depends on what you want to know, or you read it from the back page, depends on what you want to know.
Okay, I was going to focus a little on the COVID-19 variant that we hear about a lot these days, the Delta variant.
I'm retired. Are they here?
Actually, and you want to take a look at that and festivities again. Sometime last year we had things like this where festivities were shut down because of the COVID-19 pandemic. Just like he asked, this time around, considering COVID-19.
I think our government is smart now. I think the government is smart, the way they manage these things. I ask people, Obama, tell me, the first wave, which time you pass? I hope you don't mind my pidgin.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. We're all Nigerians.
The first wave, which time you pass? Second wave, which time you enter? Now they say the third wave is around. And it's so funny. The first wave, they say this third one is dangerous, Abi. But the first one has started killing before we even know it. And the way they were talking about this third one, may God deliver us. So you understand?
So you think the first
from your body language?
I am only obeying government wearing this their masks. Yes.
You don't believe it
tell
exists?
Yes.
You don't believe it's real?
Yes, it is, but it's not deadly as they are saying it. Because the way they were advertising this thing, by now the whole of Nigeria would have died. If you watch this television then, you understand it. You just see this, this cartoon promo that they show. You just hold door like this. COVID could just travel. Before you know it, it goes to the bed. Before you know it, it has entered the house. Before you know it, COVID is everywhere. I was thinking that this thing will not last for. Now be saying Nigeria will remain halfway in the next 2 weeks. And funny enough, sir, I obeyed though. For the first time in my life, I did not come out of my house for 4 days. God, 4 days. And I was not expecting people to die anyway. It's not that. But do you know the numbers of people that are dying of cholera every day? Malaria every day. And what is causing malaria? Mosquito bite. Yet there is no vaccine for it. Somebody is doing something somewhere that we don't know. Somebody is doing something somewhere. No vaccine to sustain all of this act. All kinds of ailment. Even AIDS, HIV, travel from America to Nigeria. He was suspended. His action was suspended. I believe that when Corona came to Nigeria, what he saw, he was looking at all this cholera that you guys are still here. I can't perform here if you guys are still here. You understand it?
But the fact is this: COVID-19 or coronavirus.
I'm not saying it's not existing.
Real.
I believe.
That's the most important.
That is why I use my nose mask.
Beautiful. Now again. Prevention, they say, is better than cure.
You will prevent. You see,
we don't have to wait until it strikes. But at least we've seen people who died.
The doctor said there's nothing called typhoid. We call one ailment typhoid. They say it is typhoid, not typhoid. It's an extended clinical malaria. That is that. In those days when typhoid first started and we were all afraid, they used to they ministered this drug to us. Chloramphenicol, and I took this drug for many years. A Dr. Ajakai is now in England, told me when we were now chatting, we were just talking about this drug, and he said to me, who introduced this drug to you? I named the doctor and the hospital. He said, Omo, how many pieces have you taken? I said, in my life, I can calculate about 120 pieces. He said, you are a dead man already, if not for God. That drug is too dangerous. And a lot of us took that drug for many years before they now brought in some other drug. I don't want to mention name. You understand it? So, this thing, Ebola, they say, is the most dangerous. Because Ebola was discovered in Africa, no vaccine. That one, don't touch me. But Corona comes from China. Like Trump will say, this is from China. If Corona comes from China or any of the Europe, and they are so fast at it, why are they not being fast to our kind of sickness that is happening to us here? Cholera.
Okay, let me
cholera. Don't they? You know numbers of people that just died.
Okay, let's bring him back.
Let me bring you back to the cost of foodstuff and its impact on the Salah celebrations. With what you said earlier, definitely more than the percentage of people who can afford these foodstuffs are lower than the percentage of people who cannot. Are there ways the federal government can actually make things go back to the way?
Stop the bandits. Stop these criminals that are killing farmers. There's no shortcut to this. There's no science to this. Because these guys cannot farm again. Nigerians have not seen anything yet. I was on a show, somebody was telling me, you are a prophet of doom. No problem. Maybe I'm a prophet of doom. Very soon you will see. That was then, and they saw it. At times I want to believe that some people are just making things difficult for this government. I don't know. I want to believe so. Because I don't want it to get into my head that a government will be sitting down and they want his people to be going through this pain. My brother, to chop belly food, you go hold 1,000. And how do you get that? You are talking of, even if they should sell the ram cheap, where is the money? A tuber of yam now costs nothing less than 1,000, 1,200. And we are in the season now, because the southern yam is in the market now. The harvest is here. But can it be enough? Benue State, that is the highest producer of yam in this country. They can't farm. They are not there. There is something we are losing in this part of the world we don't know. Fish. In those areas, the Bornu, Aziz, Nasarawa, Bornu and Adamawa, these are places where we get large fish from in those days. We are losing those things. You can't get those dry fish anymore. These elementary things, we can't get them anymore. When again have you heard of this granite pyramid? Where? You want to buy granite now, one, like fella will say, one small can, konkolo, you get it for, you pay 200 naira to buy ordinary granite. There's a lot of problem. But we are here just speaking grammar, talking, and things are going down. This year, maybe you are talking of Eddie Kabir. This year, by October, we will smell it.
Okay, now, in nation building, the development of the country, all hands are expected to be on deck. The various sections of the society have one role or the other to play. Now, talking about the celebration going on today, that's the Eid Kabir, that's for the Muslims now. It's expected that the Muslims also, as a religious body, have a role to play. What role should religion be playing in the development of this country?
Yeah, they preach peace. They've always been doing that. I don't see any gathering where you will go and they will tell you, go for war. Yeah, I know things, but let us talk about what the books are saying, either the Bible or the Quran. Everybody preach peace. And the moderators of these books, you understand it, will now depend on how they interpret this language to their people. But it's about peace. That's what they tell you. But you can't tell what goes under. You can't tell. Because the same people that go to mosques and goes to church still visit the herbalist home in the night. So we are in a country where the way we carry ourselves, we are not being faithful, which involves the leader. When you talk of the leader, where are the leader coming from? They're also coming from the followers. You know, they are coming from the followers. Because the leader you are talking about, they grow in their youth to the adult age you now see them to be representing the nation or the community that you might want to talk about. So it's about the very individual. And in this country, I will be honest with you, sir, we celebrate criminals a lot. Be it in politics, be it in religion. It's only when we come to times like this that we preach that harmonious peace. We are not truthful to ourselves. We are not. Election is coming up very soon. You see a councillor, they are in church, they are in mosques. You see them today, they will track to mosques, you will see. So we carry Okada, the bike. And these same guys in the next couple of months is owning a car. I'm not against all of this. And your own, with your mouth, you will look at him. You won't talk about religion then. You now say, oh boy, God don't bless you. Oh boy, God don't bless that guy. They say, which guy? That guy will just become cancelled or so. You're celebrating a criminal. How come that within a few months he has gotten a car? How much is his salary? But when you want to do anything now, or somebody is trying to a government is coming with an instrument to challenge this individual, who now say, no, he's fighting Christian or he's fighting Muslim. Who are we? Religion is like a culture. But the people who are underneath, how did they behave? Today we are going to celebrate. Oh boy, ram done plenty for town. It's expensive, yeah, But I was joking with one of my friends yesterday. I said, oh boy, when I don't add cow to this thing, when I don't add cow, join them. Why? Yes, he said, oh boy, he said, not true, you know. The ram is expensive. The ram is for the sacrifice. The cow is for the eating. We don't take gamble Quran safe. So, we had a problem. It's not the religion.
Okay, so what you're saying in effect is that the religious leaders are not playing the role they are expected to play.
Maybe that's what I'm saying. Maybe. They are not truthful to themselves because they celebrate these guys. They celebrate them. The guy that is sitting on the back seat some few years ago, when he's coming in now, I say, okay, honorable, come and sit here. He's coming to the mosque. Salam alaikum, salam. Please come to the front. What kind of a nonsense is that? What's the name of this guy? The Prime Minister in England there. He goes shopping. Tony Blair. And you see guys say, hello, Tony. Say, hi, good morning. I have a video. I saw him one time. He was running to enter train. He's still in service, so Omo, try that. Even councillor said, no go run. Tony Blair was running with his security. The train will not wait. But here we will shut everywhere down. You'll be in a party, one commissioner will come, they will say the musician should stop. A commissioner is just coming in. What arrant nonsense. He sits, they will prepare it, and you know the numbers of bodyguards that will follow him. This is an age where, yes, you see, it will happen during celebration. Go there. A degree holder, undergraduate, with any of this university. These are the people we should be looking up to today. They will say, Tuale sir. A degree holder or an undergraduate seen doing sure sir. What kind of a life is that? We are sick. We are sick. So it's just that celebration will come and go. Maybe it's today and tomorrow. Our life will continue. Our real life. Is it affecting us in any way? No. I tell people, you see people, they go to church, they go for night vigil. Night vigil. You see somebody coming from night vigil in the morning. The pastor just told him, pray for the unity of this nation. Ha, ho, ha, ho, ha, ho. In the morning as it's just coming. Newspaper. 300 million naira embezzle. This country no be good. I don't talk. This is somebody who prayed for his nation last night. Confessing another thing. Even God is looking at us. What is wrong with these guys? What do they really want? He just told me, Lord, change this nation. They've arrested her. I say, oh boy, see what they tell you. He's carrying his Bible, you see. This guy. Over there, they are celebrating. Far north, where the majority of the Muslims stays. Arrest anybody today amongst them who you see to be their leader in any form because he committed a crime. They are against him. The same religious people will speak to defend him. Where are we going?
You've talked about how religion is not really
the problem.
Its role.
It's not even the problem. Let's make we first discipline ourselves first.
So
who are we?
It's the people.
Yes. Who goes to church? Is it not the same society that goes to church? Do you think I'm going to church because I want to go and pray for Nigeria? I'm going to church because I want to go and serve God. I want to serve God and talk about myself, not because I'm going there for Nigeria. The pastor just brought that to me that I should pray concerning the church. Concerning the nation. But are we sincere to the nation? Do we love this country? Do we? Visit most of the offices. Nigerian flag is not even respected. You won't. Have you when you see an American, if you are trying to mutilate their flag, the way they go wide, because their nation matters to them. But in our own country, in some of the government parastatals, go and check our Nigerian flag. You go see the one we don't tear, and you are saying, because these are the image of who we are. These are the image of who we are. We can't even respect so many things about ourselves. This is a nation where you see somebody in this nation will paint his house with American color or British color. Some Nigerians, go and check them in their stickers that you have on their car is Ghana, Black Stars of Ghana. They will be celebrating it. Our psyche is doctored. And such a person tomorrow, maybe his brother felt that, okay, they say you come and join politics or come and work in a place. What kind of a mindset do you think he's going to have? Okay. Travel out of this country, people don't care about Nigeria. They only care about those countries where they go to. They are so proud. But talk to anybody, the leaders of today who are calling themselves leaders of tomorrow. Leaders of today. Because I can't imagine you are 25 years, 30, and they are saying you are the leaders of tomorrow and you are stupid. When I know give us, you are one of the leaders of today, because the people who are governing now, they've been governing this country when they were 20, 21, 22, 23, 24.
That's quite a passionate contribution there. Now, we won't let you go until, let's hear the other side of it, and that's what are your parting shots? What advice do you have for instance, the religious leaders and the rest of Nigerians?
I pray that we'll find people like the Martin Luthers, of their days in Nigeria. I pray that we'll find people like Valentina Churchill. I pray that we'll find people like Nyerere of Tanzania. I pray we'll find people like the Awolowo of our time. I pray that we'll still find people who speak truth to power like Fela Anikulapo Kuti. I pray that the likes of Gani Fawemi will have the guts to stand up all out again. I pray that we'll find people in the health department like Olukoye Ransom Kuti. These are men. I still pray, you may like him or leave him, I still pray that Obasanjo will still spend some time with us, because we may not know him now, not until we might have lost him. We have great men like Joe Gaba, Brigadier Joe Gaba from Plateau State. We have great men. Not until we find men like this who can stand trial of time. I pray that we'll find governors like Otedola of Lagos State. We pray that we'll find people like Ajashin of Ekiti State. These are men that are men. If we can find these people all around us, and the young ones that could fight, we know some of them, because I understand one of the reasons why we don't choose to recognize some individual now, because we don't understand what politics is all about. If you notice somebody, I don't understand him, but I think he's trying, like of Shore. They will say he was in this party, he was in that party. You won't blame him. Gani Fawemi also runs a political party. Contest, my brother, they no vote for him.
All right.
You understand it?
Thank you very much.
I pray that people will begin to wake up and reason. Due respect to the social industry, I was there, and I think I'm still there. I've been in the entertainment world for many years, MC or program for almost 7 years, also modeling work for some years. But when I see things now, I just laugh. Most of the way our young ones dress now, we need to educate them.
All right.
There must be something about it.
Thank you so much, sir. Yeah, thank you very, very much. That has been Shola Omolayo, social commentator and public affairs analyst, doing justice to the subjects for discussion today. We'll take a break now, and directly afterwards, Jidechi, you'll come up with a quote of the day. Quote of the day.
When we get back, we would be wrapping up the show. Ensure you don't go anywhere.
Most people don't understand the magic of a perfect skin, the allure of a well-pampered skin. We bounce from skincare products to skincare products, from spa to spa. Looking for that ideal solution. I found the solution. And it's Blemiville Skincare and Spa. My name is Neil, and I'm proud to be a part of the Blemiville family.
Welcome back. This is still iBrand Daybreak. It's been a fabulous time on the show today. Yes, today you could call it the Salah celebration edition of iBrand Daybreak. Well, this is where we call it a wrap on the show today. But in case you've missed the major part of the show today, or possibly all of the show, because I mean this is the end of the show, there will be a repeat broadcast for you later in the day. Ensure you catch up that one and catch up on all you might have missed. Michael, this is where I'll call it a wrap, I think. This is where I'm more excited because there's, like you say, there's somewhere to go to go and have some
just
Salah.
When you see me stepping out, just join me.
Okay. We'll definitely be doing that. But before we step out of the studio, we would be ending the show with a quote for the day. And this one is coming from Tony Robbins. And Tony Robbins is saying the path to success is to take massive, determined actions. That's what Tony Robbins is saying today. So to ensure you succeed, ensure that you're going to take a massive and determined action today. Michael?
What a way to end the show today.
Yeah.
It has been my pleasure of playing a host alongside
me, Jide Chichi. Yes, it's been fun also playing host alongside.
And to all our brothers and sisters, Muslims out there, have a super happy celebration. Eid Kabir, Salah.
Yes, anyhow you want to put it. My name is Jide Chichi. I'll be back on your screen some other time.
Okay.